Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Legal Matters by Sai Babu Sankara. In this video, we are going to discuss the extradition accepted to extradite Mr. Julien Assange to USA for charges 40 counts of Espionage Act. You may be knowing the story of Mr. Julien Assange, who is an Australian. I think in the year 2010, on 5/4/2010, he has copied down the 4 lakhs important or secret documents relating to the defense, particularly Iraq and Afghan wars, and he has published the same under the website Wikileaks. It has caused commotion. Actually, with the help of one Manning, I think later his name was Chelsea or somebody, it was revealed. But anyway, with the help of the Manning, the defense documents were hacked by Mr. Julien Assange and he made them public. It was so embarrassing to the USA government that they wanted to chase him. Actually, he took shelter in London because he was given asylum, ASYLUM, by the Ecuador. So the embassy of Ecuador in London was occupied by Mr. Julien Assange. I think he was there for about 9 years or so. In the meanwhile, some other allegations of rape were also framed against him. Of course, the government of Switzerland could not prove the same, and ultimately the matter regarding the extradition of Mr. Julien Assange to USA has been it has been going on for the past 3 or 4 years. Ultimately, UK government agreed. Actually, very recently, UK court, it has agreed for the extradition, but the file has to be signed by the Home Secretary. You may be knowing who is the Home Secretary. Mrs. Priti Patel, an Indian origin, based on UK nationalist. She is a citizen, but she is from India. Priti Patel. So she is the Home Secretary, Home Minister. She signed, and of course, the matter did not end here. It may take some more days because 14 days time will be given for Mr. Assange to appeal against the extradition order. First of all, let us know what is extradition. Extradition Act. Of course, we got Extradition Act 1955. Extradition is nothing but exchange of criminals. Suppose if A commits a crime in India and takes shelter in England, if he is caught in England, he will be sent back to India to take the trial in India. So there are other type of rules. You may, if you go through section 3 and 4 of the Indian Penal Code also, suppose if the person is caught in London and he can be tried in London as though he committed the offense in London, even though he commits in India. It's a different thing. Anyway, extradition is nothing but exchange of criminals, because otherwise people will commit offense in one place and he will take shelter in another place. For this, please remember, there should be the treaty, the extradition treaty. That means agreement between the so-called two countries. Suppose we don't have extradition treaty with Iraq or with UAE or with our neighboring Pakistan. So that's why we are not able to, even though we know the so-called very notorious criminal is there in Karachi, but we are not able to catch him because we can get him extradited. Bombay, okay, we'll tell. So that is the way. So the extradition treaty should be there. Then only it will be possible. Now, because of the extradition treaty, now he will be extradited to US. But it takes so much of time. Because 14 days appeal, his wife, so I think she is his wife, Stella Morris, she herself is an advocate and another advocate is also there. Definitely they will say, they are saying already, they have clearly stated that they are going to file an appeal before the court, and also they will move the European Court of Human Rights because extradition is against human rights. You may be knowing the case of Vijay Mallya. So even though the court ordered him to be extradited to India, still we could not bring him. Here, two more important points I want to tell you in the case of Julien Assange. Actually, UK government, they asked the Joe Biden government that whether there will be no violation of human rights. Joe Biden said yes. Number one, even though this man is convicted, Julian Assange is convicted, he will not be confined in Belmont or the tight security prison or highest security prison or solitary confinement, we can say. Just like our Andaman Nicobar Islands, previously we called them as cell or jails. Like that, they will not be kept. He will not be kept. He will be kept with along other passengers. Suppose if he is so particular, Joe Biden also, government also, USA government also said that the rest of the conviction period can be spent by Julian Assange in his native country, that is Australia. He is a man from Australia, so he can suffer the imprisonment in Australia also. I think it is better to get asylum or to get condemnation from the USA government. Of course, whether they will give it or not is a different thing. Pardoning power is there, he may apply also. So, but whatever it is, this is the story of Julian Assange. Right from 2010, he has been fighting. Of course, in his view, it is definitely an important issue because if you see the files, Wikileaks files, you will understand the notoriety of the USA government. Of course, we should not comment that they are notorious. Every government file maintaining internal security, definitely they should be like that. Right. Whatever it is, this is the story of Julian Assange, very famous hacker, an Australian-born man, but he could leak. The important point is how he was able to leak 4 lakhs copies of documents, that too relating to the defense sensitive, very sensitive documents. That's why, in other words, no doubt, he is ill-famous. Now, he has to reap the consequences, right? So, this is the thing so far incident. The extradition court has given extradition orders and the Home Secretary, she has signed on the same. Now this man has to go for appeal. Let us know what will happen and I will inform you at a later stage. Thank you very much.